my Jellyfighters. My name is Jim, and this is your daily Brogue for the 5th of January, 2025. Okay, a nice thing about having not played the game for a while before doing this is that I'm not making mistakes when I'm trying to start the game. So, for that week or so that I had the 1.13 version of Brogue, I did literally keep making mistakes at the very beginning when I'm trying to set up the seed, because the seed, rather than, I think, being like press the escape key to get the seed, became a menu option. Did I see it? I did see it. Good. And so I kept accidentally picking new game, which I've fixed this time. All right. So now this has not been a problem after not playing the game for 6 months. Let's see, more way. So, what do we have? Stealth. That was not an awful one. And then I have a ring room, which has better ones than awareness, transference, and clairvoyance. Transference, clairvoyance is my preferred. Let's go with the transference, because who doesn't need more hit points? Okay, more life and strength. Okay. So what I was doing previously, what I did for those 6 months for my game playing time, I was playing unexplored, and then for the past week and a half, 2 weeks, after I'd gotten all but two known and two secret, for some reason I want to call them conducts, or not conducts, badges or whatever on Steam, I came back. Alright, I ended that. Two known and two unknown. The two known were kill a certain guy, and I was just going through trying to get those guys to show up, because it's procedurally generated, and therefore I don't get the same thing every time I play, and it could take a while, and apparently it did take a very long while to find the thing that you wanted to find. You needed to kill for the badge. So I was just getting bored waiting, doing the same thing over and over, because I'd gotten to the point where, like I said, unlike Brogue, I won regularly, and that is one way to ruin the fun. So then I started on the Unexplored 2, and I told you a couple of things I disliked about it. Part of the reasons why I think that as a game it didn't work. So it incorporated a overland map, which was very board gamey, with a not quite as good dungeon generator. So that basically you were moving around from one place to another, um, going through a story, like a regular sort of RPG. But unfortunately, I mean, it wasn't. The balance wasn't good as far as those two parts. You spent a lot of time in just the traveling part, which was not completely trivial. That is, you could definitely get yourself hurt on the overland map. And then the actual caves and ruins and things like that you got to play around in, and towers and whatever. So the actual levels, not quite as interesting, a little samey, right? Anytime you have a procedurally generated world, things have a lot of similarities, right? But at some point, the sort of levels end up looking very, very similar, very, very similar. And that was more or less where we were. That's more or less where um, Unexplored 2 currently is in its level generation system. My feeling is it doesn't stay there forever, but it sounds like from reading things that it's at the point where they're thinking about it. Basically abandoned one as far as, I shouldn't say abandoned, they're supporting it, they're working on it, but um, sounds like not going to get the kinds of things you want out of it until we get to version 2. So there'll be a bit of a delay getting to the optimal version of the game, if ever there is an optimal version of the game. I was saying this, but I did play it for a couple of weeks, right? And there's a reason why. It's because even even with all the flaws, the way the story works, the way the level generation or the world generation works, at least, um, it's very compelling. So it's too difficult, but um, the general things that you like about roguelikes are here. It feels like a lot of the games that I played in my youth, um, but like all modern games with much better user interfaces, uh, which I did not realize until I started trying to play the old games from my youth. Um, Very nice, exactly what I wanted before. Good. Do I have any keys? No keys. It's bad. Now we've got black jelly. have anything that'll help me. No. Oh well. I didn't even get to the black jelly with the key.